Greetings, my friends. I want to thank you all for subscribing. I want to thank all of my channel members for supporting me in this endeavor to save pop culture. And if you are not subscribed, please consider supporting this channel. We need you. Thank you. My friends, every once in a while I'm able to bring you a story of unabashed good news for fans who love good movies and very bad news for companies like Disney who think they can wag their woke fingers at us, preaching SJW nonsense and not at all secret gay agendas, and still make money with cheesy remakes and badly written garbage. Get woke, go broke is a gospel truth, and while some companies like Warner Brothers are getting converted and seeing the light, others like Disney continue down the road to ruin and fail repeatedly to make a profit as fans turn away in droves. Turns out those former fans that Disney drives away are flocking to non-woke family-friendly entertainment. Case in point, the Super Mario Bros. Movie. This film has not only made a profit already, it is on its way to making $1 billion and more at the box office, flying up there in the rarefied air of Top Gun Maverick and Spider-Man No Way Home.
To play devil's advocate for a moment, Doomcock, you can't say those movies made a lot of money because they weren't woke. These were excellent and very entertaining movies. Of course they made a lot of money. Ave Cthulhu, you missed the point. These movies were excellent and very entertaining because they weren't woke. That kind of preaching just sucks all the oxygen out of a movie when the writers are more concerned about sandwiching in a transgender woman of color in a wheelchair, and they have to figure out how such a woman can beat 10 sumo wrestlers barehanded. The script suffers. And when writers focus on making a story great without all that baggage, people are entertained and profits flow.
Indeed, yes, O Skull of Calderon. When writers can just write a script, stay true to the characters, and not worry about trying to sell a 90-pound fashion model beating up a rogue SEAL team, your script tends to not suck. And there's none of that crap in the Super Mario Bros. Movie. Let's look at the current state of the box office as explained by The Hollywood Reporter in their article titled, Let's A Go! Super Mario Bros. Movie gets ready to join the $1 billion box office club. They write, quote, every Sunday morning, Hollywood studios release estimated weekend grosses for their movies. Those estimates are usually close to right, unless they have a huge hit or a huge miss on their hands. The Super Mario Bros. Movie falls in the first category. Sunday estimates for the April 14 to 16 weekend showed the Illumination and Universal movie earning a jaw-dropping $87 million in its second weekend, besting Frozen 2 to score the best sophomore outing of all time for an animated film and the 9th best of any movie not adjusted for inflation. If that weren't impressive enough, traffic on Sunday was bigger than expected. By Monday morning, final weekend numbers showed the movie actually taking in $92.5 million, the 7th biggest second weekend of all time, according to ComScore. And Super Mario fell a scant 37% to score the 4th best sophomore hold ever for a movie, opening to $100 million behind Top Gun Maverick, minus 29%, Shrek 2, minus 30%, and Frozen 2, minus 34%. Overseas, the returns are also remarkable. The PG pick crossed $700 million in worldwide ticket sales on Monday after finishing Sunday with a foreign haul of $339.8 million and $353.3 million domestically, for a 12-day global tally of $693.1 million through Sunday. The big question now is, how quickly Super Mario will join the billion-dollar club at the worldwide box office. It will become only the third movie in the pandemic era, behind Spider-Man No Way Home, $1.92 billion, and Top Gun Maverick, $1.49 billion, and there's no telling where it finally levels off, unquote.
Holy shit! It's almost like Field of Dreams, isn't it? If you build it, and it isn't woke, they will come. People are starved for quality entertainment, and the studios that do their job and deliver it will prosper, while the others starve in the desert of woke.
Excellent point, Harvey. What do all these movies have in common? They're not woke, my friends. No, these movies that make this much money place a high value on entertainment and no value at all on preaching to audiences, shoving LGBTQ plus content down the throats of kids, or shaming the so-called patriarchy as they try and fail to engineer a snowflake paradise that RuPaul, Paul Feig, and a rainbow fart from a unicorn's ass would be proud of. You see, Disney is arrogant enough to believe that social engineering is more important than making money for their investors. It's painfully obvious that if you want to make money, you quit alienating a large portion of your audience with political stances they disagree with and focus on making great movies that speak to the universal human condition, not a tiny minority of the population, but the whole of humanity, focusing more on all the things we have in common rather than agitating for a small political demographic at the expense of the larger population. There's a rumor out there that when Nintendo first got the script for this movie, they sent it back and said, cut out all the woke shit. We want to stay true to our characters. If only more companies would have this level of respect for their IPs and their fans. And as a result, the movie is thriving at the box office. As The Hollywood Reporter says, quote, Super Mario smashed numerous records in its debut over the long Easter holiday as it surpassed Frozen 2 to boast the biggest animated global opening of all time and the second best domestically behind Incredibles 2. Mario continues to play more like an all-audience tentpole, and specifically superhero fare, versus a family-friendly animated film rated PG. As Mario continues his amazing cinematic journey, audiences clearly want to go along for the ride, and with an epic second weekend boasting one of the smallest drops for a movie opening with over $100 million domestically, the film is dominating the movie marketplace, redefining the box office potential for a video game movie adaptation and setting the stage for the perfect summer movie season, says ComScore box office analyst Paul Durgarabedian. I hope I said that right. Consumers between ages 18 and 34, the most avid movie-going demo, continue to flock to watch the pick on the big screen in addition to consumers in their 40s, along with parents and kids, according to exit polls, unquote.
I guess not putting Mario in drag paid off, eh, Doomcock?
Oh, it would appear so, Harvey. Nintendo is riding high right now, my friends, succeeding where Disney is failing. The Disney Galactic Star Cruiser Hotel is such an unqualified failure, they're only open a few days a week now. Yet Universal's new Nintendo World is a smash hit that sucks in tourists by the score. I never thought I'd see the day when Disney parks took a back seat to Universal, but with careful cultivation of the fan bases of Harry Potter and Nintendo, Universal is stomping on the competition because respect toward your audience goes a long, long way to reaping vast financial rewards. As the article goes on to point out, only movies that made over $95 million in their second weekends domestically have ever made it to $1 billion or even to $2 billion. I think the Super Mario Bros. Movie may well have the momentum to make that huge leap, my friends. Paramount has allowed the insultingly substandard content of Alex Kurtzman and Secret Hideout to destroy the Star Trek franchise, and Kathleen Kennedy finished off Star Wars at the recent Star Wars Cremation 2023 in London, and as a result, serious financial damage has been done to those companies as fans and merchandise licensees bail on them in droves. But I expect to see a lot of Super Mario Bros. Toys, games, t-shirts, and costumes in the near future, and each sale will be a gob of spit in the faces of Disney and Paramount and all other companies who can't learn the simple lesson, give the customers what they want. From the center of the earth, this is Dictor Van Doomcock bidding you all, my friends, stay angry. Ha 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 ha.